Good Saturday evening, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com. Superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic as well as the nation. This is the daily video forecast discussion weekend edition, Saturday evening, the 15th of May, 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. And we'll start out with the Rutgers, New Jersey Weather Network again, and our latest extremes at 5:35 this evening. The warm spot 75 at both Hawthorne or Haworth, actually, in New Brunswick at 75, 74 at East Brunswick, Toms River, and Lyndhurst. The cool spots around the coast, Harvey Cedars at 64, 65 at Seagirt and West Cape May, 66 at Atlantic City Marina, and 67 at Seaside Heights here in the Rutgers University Meteorology Program here at Rutgers University in New Brunswick. The current temperature 74. The wind is out of the southeast at 6, gusting to 11 miles per hour. Take a look at the latest temperatures here. And the latest temperatures are showing up right now at 5:35. Basically in the upper 60s and low and mid 70s, even to the coast this afternoon. A very pleasant day. Minimum temperatures this morning, we'll take a look at those right now. They ranged anywhere from generally the upper 40s into the low and mid 50s. There were a few cool spots here, 39 for example. Let me pull this up if this shows up in Columbus. Also, we had a temperature reading of 39 in Oswego Lake, and also in Hopewell, New Jersey, and in Kingwood, and also in Pequest, and of course Walpack in the Valley here in Sussex at 34, 36 at Sandyston as well. Nice day. Taking a look at the barometric pressure right now. High pressure is generally in control across the entire forecast area. Dew points have been kind of coming up a little bit, but they're still not too bad. They're in the mid-30s to around 40, 45 degrees or so. They're filling in here a little bit as you head into southwestern New Jersey, and that makes the relative humidity quite comfortable outside. Again, today, relative humidity values are very dry in the upper 20s to low and mid 40s across the area. Wind speeds not too bad, although they were a little gusty earlier when some virga came over the region, some puffy cumulus clouds again. Wind speeds about 10 miles an hour along the coast, and very calm to very little just about everywhere else. Now the radar again today shows the same kind of scenario that we've seen over the last couple of days. These virga popcorn showers in the visible satellite imagery, and these subcooled water droplets are evaporating before they reach the ground in most places, and that has allowed for evaporational cooling to make it feel a little breezy and cooler outside today with that. Let's take a look at the latest visible satellite imagery this evening. Late this afternoon and this evening it's showing up, and here's that plentiful amount of cumulus clouds, some cirrus clouds too, mixed in at the higher elevations here in New York and Pennsylvania, and below that are all of our cumulus clouds. Beautiful shot this afternoon as well. We'll start off with the low-level water vapor, and on a national level here's some powerful showers and thunderstorms across the Midwest, and another batch with an upper low here over Northern California, and that is providing a lot of lift here through Idaho and Nevada. Some showers and thunderstorms there. Quite a few thunderstorms here in southwestern Texas here, and more showers and thunderstorms across the Central Plains. Very dry air here in the northeastern United States, but that's already starting to fill in. This afternoon we can see a couple of short waves. We have a weak frontal trough, again a thermal trough setting up, and some of the outflow from this is spilling in here, and this here will be getting into our region during tomorrow. Very interesting forecast coming up. Look at all the dry air here in the southeast to Georgia, Alabama, also into large chunks of Florida here. Excepting perhaps down towards Miami and the Keys, there's a little bit more water vapor there. If we took a look at the visible spectrum, we don't really have to show too much here. Obviously, as the sun was coming up, and here we are late in the afternoon, and here's some showers and thunderstorms under these cumulus clouds here, and puffy cumulus clouds here with that thermal trough. Just a few clouds around here in central and southern Florida too, but beautiful, beautiful day. And composite radar, That's going to show up here. So those showers and thunderstorms across portions of Texas, also in New Mexico and Colorado, and a smattering here in the upper Midwest too, and a little bit of rain here in the just west of the Ohio River Valley here. And everything is pretty dry when it comes to this area here. Let's get into localized sectors here and do the shot for this area. And again, a lot of this is virga not reaching the ground. It's very, very ultra light. And low level water vapor channel for New Jersey, New York metropolitan area. It's going to come up, and here comes some of that increasing water vapor channel here over Pennsylvania, but basically still quite dry here in New Jersey, the New York City metropolitan area, up to Connecticut, Long Island, and down through Philadelphia in the I-95 corridor. iWeatherNet storm browser, a little bit of flooding here in Texas from some of that rain. There was flood advisory here, and a few here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, getting up towards the rim here between Denver, between Colorado and New Mexico. So a couple of thunderstorm watch boxes out for these storms here, moving in here. And warm transfer of energy here across just south of Chicago and into Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky, and that area there. And of course our upper level low over Nevada with a few showers and thunderstorms too. And I'm sure if we turn on the lightning again, we're going to find a very busy day. More thunderstorms again across just west of Cancun and Merida and into southeastern portions of Mexico here and southeastern Texas. And of course, Ciudad, I can't pronounce that name, but here we go. There's a same, looks like very similar to yesterday actually, in this particular region. And of course, it's not showing the radar here in Mexico. We already said that they're using a different system, and it's not in the continental United States system, but we can look at it, but we just can't do it from this particular browser. So we're going to take that off. Let's take the lightning off, and let's do some storm reports. And we had this looks like either a tornado, yes, and this was 3 miles east of Volin in Clay County in South Dakota. And this happened during this afternoon here. Landspout tornado up and down with a few separate touchdowns from 12:55 to 2 p.m. Their standard time near the intersection of 306th and 454th Street. Apparently there's been no fatalities with that, thank goodness. And in Florida, Texas rather, we have some flooding which has been ongoing, some flash flooding from some of those thunderstorms, some wind damage reports also around San Manuel, magnitude 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in El Dago County in Texas being reported. And with these thunderstorms here in Albuquerque, there has been some hail reported with that, 1.25 inches in Roosevelt in New Mexico. And of course up further north, there's been some hail reports too. Smaller hail in Franklin in Iowa here, and also up towards Minneapolis. There's been some hail here in this area here. Amory, Polk County, Wisconsin here, about an inch of hail. And here's the New Jersey area here. There's no other, basic storm reports going on right now. Let's pull this off and do the temperatures. Well, here temperatures are quite warm once again. They're in the 80s and 90s in the spots of Mexico again, in the island chains here. Florida is looking good too. This looks pretty warm to me. Actually, not too warm. By Florida standards, lots of clouds around the region. Zoom this out. Oh, zoom out. And here we go. Pretty nice across the country nationally in terms of temperatures. Not bad. And from Pivotal Weather, our national look here at the real-time temperatures here for this evening at 21Z national East Coast time, or Zulu time actually, depending on where you are. It's Zulu, so it's the same 24-hour period. Yeah, well, Mexico here into Arizona, portions of California here, southeastern California in the 90s. It's much cooler along the west coast of California today than it was yesterday, obviously, with that upper level low and onshore flow. And temperatures basically in the 70s and 80s, a few 50s and 60s here smattered in through the mountainous areas here. And of course in Canada, around Hudson's Bay, it's quite chilly. 24-hour temperature change looks like this. Where it's cooler now is over California and Nevada, obviously with that upper level low spinning inland now, and into the Intermountain West. It's also just a degree or two cooler across portions of the western and the Baja here and western Mexico here, and generally about normal or slightly above normal in all of the areas here in red. Not bad. And where it's wet, it's going to continue to be wet. 7-day precipitation from the Weather Prediction Center here ending next Saturday, May 22nd at 8 o'clock in the evening. Central Plains, Southern Plains, a lot of rainfall expected over the next 168 hours. That's the next 7 days, and across southern Florida. So let's hone in here on the regional across the Central Plains here. Better than 2, 3, 4, 6 inches, almost 7 inches of rain in spots across the central U.S. If we get into Texas, again, that's going to extend down. Plenty of rain here in central and east Texas as well. Other areas where we were looking in Florida here over the next 7 days, we're expecting just a little bit more rainfall here on the east coast, about central and southern Florida down to Miami and the Keys here as well. Excessive rainfall here, about a 5 to 20% chance across the Central Plains and portions of Texas here through Monday. Excessive rainfall over the same locations, expanding further to the north now as we head into Sunday into Monday morning as well. And day 3, excessive rainfall, well, that looks like a 5 to 10% marginal risk over the same locations, basically. Perhaps a little bit over Colorado as well. Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 day temperature probabilities from Friday the 21st through the Tuesday the 25th. On the 6 to 10 day, cooler and wetter, probably right here in the west coast, just west of the Continental Divide. East of the Continental Divide, very warm weather here, especially the Ohio River Valley and the Northeast here during that period. That's what's being forecasted by the Climate Prediction Center. 8 to 14 day, not much change. Sunday the 23rd through the 29th, cooler west of the Continental Divide here and warmer, especially in the central, southern mid-Atlantic into portions of Florida. And as one would imagine, the wet spots over the next 6 to 10 days from the 21st through the 25th will be across the upper tier here into the central and southern plains all the way down to Texas, and very dry here in the northern mid-Atlantic. A little bit wet here in central and southern Florida, but not marginally heavy here. And again, near normal to dry weather here across the east coast, and a little bit wet here across the northern plains into the central and southern plains here, dry across the west. Well, we're back into the Storm Prediction Center, and a couple of hours ago I was checking this. We didn't have any watches warnings, but we do now. We have Severe Thunderstorm Watch 173 for New Mexico and Texas, which was issued just a few minutes ago, about an hour ago. And this will be a Severe Thunderstorm Watch, portions of southeastern New Mexico, west, southwest Texas, until about 11 p.m. tonight, Central Daylight Time. Scattered large hail, isolated very large hail to 2 inches in diameter, scattered damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour here in this area. And there's another storm watch box here. Let's get into this. This is Severe Thunderstorm Warning 172, which was issued earlier, and that's for northern portions of the New Mexico, Oklahoma Panhandle, west, northwest Texas until around 11 o'clock tonight. Again, same kind of thing. Scattering wind gust up to 70, some large hail up to 2 inches in diameter with these thunderstorms here. Let's see what else we have from the Storm Prediction Center. We did the watches. Let's do the mesoscale discussions here. Watch unlikely, severe unlikely here. A watch is severe thunderstorm watch likely, but we just covered that here. Let's see if we can get into this right now. Yep. And again, same scenario. Increasing thunderstorm coverage anticipated with an abundant increase in the threat for large hail and damaging wind gusts. Severe thunderstorm watches will likely be needed this afternoon. So we've already covered that. Going back into Doppler radar from today across the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, a couple of things that were interesting to me were these two things. First of all, this feature over northwestern New Jersey, a mesoscale feature here on Doppler radar. This was the virga that was falling through the air and not reaching the ground and evaporating, and that caused the cooling and breezy conditions here in northwestern New Jersey this afternoon. And as that was waxing and waning, this was not really a true sea breeze front, but another mesoscale boundary here with pop-up showers and thunderstorms. And these were heavier than the ones in northwestern New Jersey. So I want to take a look and see if any precipitation fell across this area. Hold on one second. Well, we seem to have lost our way here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Yes, and in fact we did. Over northwestern New Jersey, we had 0.06 of an inch here. Portions of northwestern New Jersey, but more importantly was that mesoscale boundary here that was in the atmosphere across central and southern New Jersey here. Just a couple of hundredths of an inch of precipitation reported during the last 12 hours. It was probably the last 6 hours too. Yeah, it was. Getting back into the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia I-95 corridor here, our forecasting area here primarily, first off. And this is the National Digital Database temperatures. Everything today was right on target. Tomorrow, temperatures again in the low to mid 70s, just about normal for this time of the year. That continues on Monday. Tuesday, it gets a little hotter here, excepting the immediate coast, the South Shore and East Ends of Long Island, New Jersey coast, the back bays, the Hudson River here, all of that, you know that. And by the time we get into Wednesday, ahead of that next disturbance and warm front here, temperatures could spike again into the 80s in the urban areas here in northeastern New Jersey, central New Jersey, around Camden, and down towards Philadelphia too. That looks good. Temperatures that's Wednesday. Temperatures on Thursday, again, the same kind of thing in the 70s and 80s, and that looks good. And finally, by the time we get to Friday, I guess things relax a little bit. Still warm here over the interior in the 70s and 80s. Next up is the European model guidance, New Jersey, New York, basically the New England and northern mid-Atlantic states here. Vertical velocity, upward motion is in the colors, and in the grays, it's negative vertical velocity. So this is from this morning's run, and by this afternoon we see some lifting here, very slight. Tomorrow, that's going to be more interesting because we have a little bit more spin in the atmosphere here across the Hudson River Valley area, portions of Connecticut, northwestern New Jersey, sinking air underneath that area. So it's either positive PVA or NVA, negative vorticity advection. Negatives are the grays and whites here, and neutral. And then, of course, the poppy colors here that you're seeing, that's lifting in the atmosphere to support any kind of, shower, depending on whether the relative humidity values are high or not. And they're really not. But there could be some showers around here Sunday afternoon under this domain right here. And they wax and wane. And here comes the next batch here on Monday afternoon. Again, over the same locations. A little bit scatterbot around. Doesn't look tremendous to me. And we head into the week ahead. And of course, not really terrific here. There's not a lot of, high feed here. This would be, a frontal boundary between high pressure and, low pressure, and then higher pressure thicknesses here across the Ohio River Valley area here. So this looks like a frontal delinear line here as we head into next Thursday. And the big question, does that drop south like a backdoor cold front? Well, it's not particularly showing that as we head into this period here, but there could be some showers and stuff around, widely scattered. I don't see anything that looks famous here in this, excepting if you're living in northern New England and southern Canada here, southeastern Canada and northern New England here, where there will be more vertical velocity in effect. Taking a look at what I want to do here. I want to do precipitation type. It means sea level pressure. This is going to load right now. So we'll use the European model guidance here. Again, tomorrow in the afternoon, a few showers around the Hudson River Valley area, Connecticut, northern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania. That looks just about right given the amount of lift. And that waxes and wanes a little bit on Monday, Sunday night, and Monday. Monday, it's out of here. Here comes the next frontal boundary and the next system. This looks a little chancy here for a few showers around the region. Very light, though, across the same areas here. Well, as we go through the week, this is the change here across southern Canada here with that 1020 high and then 1028 across the ridging building and across the eastern United States. That's where the warm weather is coming from as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, but all of the shower activity here looks to be well to the north and removed from the area. There is some thermal troughing here that's showing up here in the guidance. Not significant though, however. And over the next 10 days, through Saturday the 22nd, well, you got low pressure here off the East Coast, high pressure here over Hudson's Bay, Canada, and the fight begins. Now, the question has been, is there going to be any kind of backdoor cold fronts? Well, it's looking less likely now, but, then another polar disturbance and trough comes through as we head into Monday the 24th. And that provides some showers and thunderstorms across the Great Lakes and into New York and interior portions of New England. And that's basically where everything is setting up and kind of stalling out over the next 10 days. Takes us to Tuesday the 25th. This looks like a stationary front to me. And the European model guidance from 12Z this morning, this is the focus where the heaviest rain is going to be scattered about. Not so much here. Not a lot of rain here. In fact, if we went into New Jersey on the European model guidance, and we can do this right now, see if this loads. It's going to load. Well, this is incredible to see. Because New Jersey over the next 10 days, again, bone dry. Look at this. This is nothing. Nothing. Next up, the precipitable water value column here from the European model guidance. Bone dry, really. Tomorrow, a little bit of moisture here. Not much to work with, believe me. It's not a lot here. Even as we get into Monday here, not a lot. Look at northern New England. I mean, the mid-Atlantic doesn't look like it's in for anything kind of heavy. Now, here comes next Wednesday. The temperatures soar across the northern mid-Atlantic and New Jersey and New England as well. Here comes that push, that cold front coming through, and it looks like, there could be some wet weather here. Precipitable water values on Friday. And, Thursday and Friday. Again, this is not famous, though. You're pushing an inch and a quarter or so. It's marginal. It's marginal. But look what happens here as that high pressure builds over the Hudson's Bay region next Friday and Saturday, pushes that front further south, and then tries to dry the atmosphere out, especially here in northern New England, all the way down to New York State, northwestern Pennsylvania. Not a lot of moisture here. And it's really just trying to ramp it up here as we get into Monday the 24th. But there is this dryness here, which is showing up. This looks interesting for a couple of thunderstorms or some heavier wet bouts here on Monday the 24th on water vapor channel. But look at this. Not seeing a backdoor cold front, but seeing stationary fronts. So for the next 10 days, tomorrow, again, a few showers, maybe northwestern New Jersey, Hudson River Valley area, northeastern Pennsylvania. There's a big thatch of showers and thunderstorms across California here, into Nevada, then again into the high plains, down through central and southern Texas here, Oklahoma, Louisiana. That's expected to continue. There is that troughiness showing up once again on Sunday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. So there is a threat for a few showers in this area here, but it doesn't look like the QPF is going to be great. As we head into high pressure is basically going to be in control, but there's that thermal trough in place. Here's that wavy warm front, discrete low pressure cells around it. Not seeing anything famous here. Something strong high pressure builds in heat ridge, actually, with a thermal trough here over southern New England extending into the coastline of New Jersey by Wednesday. That supports very strong high temperatures with compression in the atmosphere. And that lasts right through Thursday. Look at this map. That's incredible. Look at the strong high pressure here centered over the Carolinas on Thursday, and a heat ridge and a thermal trough still showing up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Very interesting. And we're going to do the NAM model guidance total cloud cover here over the next 60 hours, which doesn't look bad right now, but clouds are increasing, and they will continue to do so through the afternoon. This is the latest model guidance here. And of course, cloud cover waxes and wanes overnight into tomorrow morning, just after midnight. Then more cloud cover comes in over northeastern New Jersey, but it's clear to partly cloudy just everywhere else in the blues. Oh yeah, you got the blues. But now tomorrow afternoon with more scattered relative humidity that's higher and water vapor that's higher and a short wave moving through, cloud cover increases tomorrow morning on Sunday across a large chunk of the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area, and there'll be breaks in the clouds here. It's not going to be a washout by any stretch of the imagination. Quite a lot of cloud cover here tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening as well, showing up here on the NAM model guidance. And then clearing comes in on tomorrow night and Monday morning, and but there's going to be a scattering of clouds of different varieties around here. By the time we get to Monday morning, things are really looking good here. Very little cloud cover, almost clear skies in most spots in New Jersey, and that will change throughout the heating of the day naturally. And as we go into Tuesday, same thing. Warm front here with lots of clouds developing. Northwestern New Jersey, the Hudson River Valley area, New York City, Long Island, the north coast of New Jersey looking good. And again, this is where the cloud cover is going to be on Monday night. Basically clear across northeastern New Jersey, central and southern New Jersey. Then you get into actually southern New Jersey here and southeastern Pennsylvania, the Delmarva, a lot more cloud cover. This is the HRR model. We wanted to do simulated radar, so we'll pop this up right now, and this is trying to load. It's going to load in a second. So we have the HRR. Actually, this is the NAM model guidance coming in from this afternoon. A few pop-up showers here. Most of this is Virga. As we get into the afternoon and evening, everything waxes and wanes. And then we do it all over again on Sunday. But this time we do it a little bit differently. There's more water vapor in the channel, and there's more cloud cover in the channel. There's more lifting in the channel too. So there's some scattered showers around the Hudson Bay region, southeastern New York State, Connecticut, portions of Pennsylvania. This doesn't look, too impressive again. And then we dry it out on Monday and Tuesday, Monday afternoon, Monday morning, actually. And then we get into Tuesday, Monday night and Tuesday. That looks pretty good. We're all clear. The next thing we want to do is to show you that 60 hours out, up till Tuesday, or Monday night at midnight, anything that falls here is like nothing. Maybe in the Poconos, the mountains here, around Mount Pocono Raceway. Everything else, nothing. Nothing. So that's going to do it for tonight's video forecast discussion. We'll be back up bright and early on Sunday morning, the 16th. Yeah, like the halfway mark through May 2021. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. You make it a good Saturday evening, and we'll speak to you tomorrow.